Where in your
has-
initial timeline did ACC Coastal Division Championship fall?
I've got a book, honestly, that I wrote down a bunch of things, and I can't remember what I wrote, Laura. That's honest truth, which isn't all that surprising this day and time for me. But it's, I think Karen's in here. It's in the kitchen, in the drawer, in my drawer. You know exactly where it is, and I've been meaning to get it, and I've been busy the last few days. And, you know, I had some things in there directly related to that. I believe that, because it's not just goals in there. I have a book that I've read that I like. One of my books way back to the past is Success is Not an Accident. And so it's really kind of a worksheet that I have filled out. And so I'm anxious to go back and look and see and compare where that actually is. And I'll be glad to tell you guys when we get on the phone tomorrow night. I'm not trying to be secretive at all.
You talked about finish, the last drive, before the last drive. What was the message to the team? What was your feeling going into that?
You know, now's the time. This is your time. And you know what? My message to the team, they'll tell you the fourth quarter. I said, quit worrying about losing this game and have fun. Play to win. Everything we do is going to be play to win. Embrace the moment. This is your time right here. You know, this is it. And that's the mentality. You get in a game like that with guys that are trying to win a championship, and there's a point in time when everybody starts feeling like, God, we can't lose. We can't lose this game. We can't lose this game. What it is we're going to win this game. Let's go win this game, man. Let's enjoy this. And so I think they started doing that. I think they really did. It's interesting, and Art, correct me if I'm wrong, you know, we could have made it a lot easier had we punched the ball in. And when we've been goal to goal, we were 22 of 22 prior to that scoring touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And we picked an inopportune time to not score the touchdown. And, you know, but things happen for a reason. It went right back to, if you think about this, it went back to all three phases. It went back to the offense got it down there. We had to kick an extra point. We had to cover a kickoff. We had to get out there and play defense. All three phases. In that last 3-4 minutes of the game, had to step up and make plays and to enable us to win. So how appropriate is that?
Coach, speaking of that, Anthony had a chance to, every opportunity to kind of let the pressure get to him there in the second half, but then he fights through that on that last drive, makes that throw, huge crucial throw to Duncan that set up the momentum there. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Anthony is, you guys can see it, he's healthy. He's playing quarterback. I mean, he's really playing quarterback. And we went in today with him planning on playing more quarterback. And he's doing the things that he was doing in August. He's doing it better, and he's going to do nothing but get better. He had some big reads today, some nice reads today. We had some things called that were alerts and deep balls that didn't happen quite like he wanted. He laid it off for good completions. He attacked the middle of the field, and they're all over the place. They're pretty complex defensively, and I thought he managed their coverage change-ups really well and got the ball in seams inside, which is difficult to do against them.
You've been a part of a lot of successful teams. How do you compare the type of satisfaction you're probably feeling right now versus what you've felt in the past?
You know, we have had obviously some really dynamic teams at Tennessee. We had some really good football teams at Ole Miss. We had to work very hard there to build that. And we had to work very hard. Remember now, my time at Tennessee was building from the ground up. But this, no offense to anybody else, this just feels special. This is better. This is different. I know exactly where we were when we came. I know where we were when we worked out in January of 2008. I have a very vivid picture of what that workout looked like. And to the Coastal Division champions today, it's pretty special.
Along those lines,
Well, I have many times. We were putting them through some paces in an off-season conditioning program, and I stopped it short. And only about 10 minutes into it, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I was kind of shocked, and I was afraid our coaches that I just hired were going to leave and run. So I stopped it, and those guys ended up being great guys, but they were the fattest, softest football team I'd ever seen in my life. And I told them, honestly, this is exactly the words I told the coaches. I said, coaches, the goose has laid the golden egg right at our feet. This is amazing. I said, guys, this is incredible. Awesome. I said, I knew we were going to help you, but I didn't know we were going to help you this much. And that team bought into that. I didn't do it ugly, but it became apparent to me that discipline and conditioning had to be the foundation. We ran and we ran. God bless him. Raekwon was on that team. Ask him. I ran them until I frightened myself sometimes running them. They lame dogged. Y'all have to ask them what that means. They don't want to do any of those. But that team accepted that role to change, do football's discipline and conditioning. And so the standards started changing. And that's kind of what I mean by that. We've come a long way with that.
Extending to this year, can you reflect back the look in their eyes after that 100 play plus scrimmage you guys had back in August? And what you saw in that team, in their eyes, and then before the end of this game, and the journey they've gone on?
They knew they were good. And the reason our team knew, they knew they were good was the competitiveness of all of our scrimmages between the offense and defense. It had changed drastically. We were watching, and I told our coaches this, a good football game. It was really a good football game to watch our guys scrimmage, even starting back in the spring. And it's something that we have to continue to build on.
Coach, this is the kind of win that you can, pays a lot of dividends. You not only win the division title, but you more or less won the state, and that's to help you in recruiting. You have the opportunity to play 2 more games, which not many teams can say. Can you just speak to that a bit?
Well, I love the fact that we're still playing. And winning breeds everything that's positive. It breeds your recruiting. It breeds your backups trying to be better and get on the field. It makes all of your people want to come to work. You know, I mean, it creates energy, and it's very positive energy.